Coach, what do you say to you guys after this one that gave it their all, put in a good effort, but Luka and the Mavs are just too much?
I thought some of that was under our control. I thought we played a really good first half, and then the third quarter, defensively, we just didn't get the stops that we needed. They scored on their first 10 possessions of the third quarter. You allow a team to do that, you're going to have a hard time winning the game. It didn't feel as bad because we scored out of 7 out of our first 9. But like when you allow a team that's this good to get into a rhythm like that, they're going to go and have a big quarter.
Did you see anything positive specifically with Darius and Karis and just playing off each other and Karis looking like feeling more comfortable out there?
Yeah, I thought he caught a rhythm, which is, what we're going to need from him. I thought he was aggressive in getting to his spot and creating his shots. I think those two guys obviously, work well together. Then they can ping pong off each other, and defenses have to make tougher decisions. They can't just stare Darius down. So I thought they did a good job of working together and then creating for one another as well.
Tom, there's JV, you mentioned it. I know Luka's a handful. Were you guys having trouble with that high screen in the second half? I know you blitzed him and you doubled him at times in the first half, but was he just figuring out a way to kind of get around that?
Yeah, I mean, he does a great job at playing at the right tempo and the right speed. He doesn't allow you to speed him up, but tonight it was a pick your poison because his teammates were making shots, also, and he does a great job of finding them and setting them up. And I think they do a really good job of moving the basketball out of whatever action you put, Luka in. And I think, he's a wizard with that ball in his hands. It makes it really difficult on you.
Yes.
Kelsey Rose, The Athletic. Jamie, what did you see? I guess for Karis, did you see him his decision making being more there? I guess in the sense of making smarter decisions on when to attack and score a pass.
I think he was aggressive and his shots were going. This is who Karis is. You look over his career and he has the ability to get buckets. Trades, injuries, those things are difficult on everybody. So it just was a matter of time before he worked his way into form.
What did you think of the small ball lineup tonight? Kind of getting a better look at it tonight.
I thought there were some positives in it. Again, defensively, it allows you to do some different things, especially against a guy like Luka when they're playing the pick and roll as much as they are. It gives you opportunity to switch more. You can rotate more quickly and those types of things. So it's still a work in progress.
Thank you.
On right now, Akron Beacon Journal. Moses Brown had, I assumed you're pleased with what you got out of it.
Definitely. He brought the energy and the effort that we were talking about. He rebounded the ball like we asked him to. Did a great job protecting the paint, running the floor. So I thought he did a good job.
Overall, offensively, you were real aggressive. Is that kind of the way you have to play now without Jarred?
Yeah, I mean, you're missing obviously a lot, but we got to find ways to create that, and make up for that. And the only way is everybody's got to be a little more aggressive, not in a selfish way by any means, but, they got to put the defense on the heels a little bit, move the ball quickly and make them have to rotate and try to create easy things for one another. But that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to find a way to create some easy buckets that those guys typically would get.
Your writer 92 for the fan. JV, the other day you were talking about getting behind and trying to get too much back too quickly. Did you sense a little of that in the fourth quarter late when you guys were down double digits? Some of those possessions were the quick shots from the perimeter.
Yeah, and it's again difficult, right? When you're in that position, when you feel like you have to do more. Not only do you have to do more because you're down, but now you've got to do more because you're missing, key guys. So there's a fine line between, being aggressive and playing that way. And I thought our guys, tried to do the right thing. I thought they, tried to make the right plays and tried to take the right shots for the most part to keep us in the game.
And the more you're having to play the way that you're having to play right now, are you able to kind of maybe get a sense of more adjustments that you can make that compensate for what you don't have?
Yeah, I mean, that's, it's it's learning for all of us. You know, and the more you got the guys on the floor, you got to figure out, you know, how you move the pieces around on the board to make them as successful as possible and give them the best chance to win these, you know, these games.
Just one more thing about the aggressiveness, like when Lamar is getting called for a chart, I mean, you know, trying there, he's going to the basket and getting offensive fouls, but I mean, can you live with that when that's kind of what you need as far as tempo of play and all?
Yeah, and again, you know, those are decisions that we have to be better at. But that's what you want. You know, you want the ball in Lamar's hands in the open court. You know, he just has to navigate those guys a little more cleanly. But, you know, you want him up the floor. You want that ball moved quickly up the floor and attacking like that.
Anything else in the room? All right, thanks.
I appreciate you guys. Have a good night.